So I'm really worried about this episode because I was excited when the topic came up. Like I was like, oh yeah, I can't wait. And then I realized, man, there's a lot of crossover here, but there's a lot of options. So it's kind of weird. It's like it's simultaneously where I'm like, oh, there's so much crossover. We can't all have the same ones. But then every one I have, I'm like, no, someone's gonna say this. There's no way this is gonna avoid everyone's list.
Right.
So I'm aiming for to have like a diverse list here. I don't want us to have too much crossover, but shit, some of these parents are just
like it's undeniable, right? Yeah, like I do worry about the order, right? Like I don't mind us having crossover. It's just it's the order of it all that's going to be tough.
I feel like I'm gonna get a couple past you guys, and I think the main thing that I can derive from this list, no moms. We could really call this worst dad.
Do not agree.
Bump the brakes, my friend.
Do not agree.
We are equal opportunity.
I knew you misogynists would take care of that for me.
That's not a misogyny thing. That is, we've got some bad parents in here.
We got some
bad parents, man.
Well, then I wouldn't worry so much about overlap.
I'm going to tell you right now, Mayes, not only do I have a mom on this list, a mom might be my number one.
That doesn't shock anybody.
Well, I guarantee you by the time I'm done revealing what it is, you guys are going to be like, oh yeah, that's a good point.
You think that...
You think you're going to sway us.
I will absolutely sway. Because if you don't, then that's even worse.
Damon
if you're not
Swayans.
swayed, it's even worse. The last Boy Scout doesn't qualify. We talked about it today on Levitate. I was like, shit, man.
No, man. I would have done that. First 20 episodes, we would have done that.
46%.
Yeah.
On the it's like one of those ones where like I just need one
critic.
There's
not that many reviews, right?
No,
but there's
like,
enough where like
yeah,
it would take 5 or 6.
I think there's 49 critics, maybe 49 critics.
Damn. Yeah, that sucks. Oh, I didn't put a first OLI down. Oh shit.
Oh no.
Okay,
I'm gonna edit those analog notes.
Wait, what? You picked one OLI and then like just the rest of it was on the
filled it in reverse
floor?
order.
Oh,
I went from one up. Yeah.
Oh, you're a
Oh, I'm a Oh, well, that's kind of mean. I can't do that.
Shit, man. Like there's ones I feel strongly about, but I'm like,
there are ones I really want to mention, but I don't know if I can put it on the list. You know,
the cutting room floor is going to be fun.
Oh, I know what I'll do. I know what I'll do there. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, I got it.
Welcome.
I'm still
to
writing it in.
Okay.
Sorry, I was looking down as I write my notes, so I didn't see that you were about to talk. My apologies.
Okay. You got it. It's all right. It's okay. So can I go now? Leave all this in.
Yeah, leave all this in. Because to the check marks there.
Also,
scintillating content.
Also, wait, hold on. Let me just throw this out there. There's a lot. In my gut feeling, a lot of bad parents have happened in the last 100 years.
It's definitely heated up.
It's like very backloaded in terms of.
I was surprised how many bad parents were there in the first 100 years.
Nah, it's nowhere near, but we'll find out.
Yeah.
Right now, because it's welcome to Cinephobe Top. Okay.
No, I'm good. Sorry.
All right. Okay. All right,
yeah, I'm good.
How come you catch him but not me?
If you expect me to be punching bag, you can forget about our deal.
Well, you know what I want? You know what I want? Give him the claw.
Well, punching bag, you can forget about our deal.
This idea is just straight up bad. That algorithm is busted. It's among the worst ideas I've ever heard. Top 5 easily.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Amin's drunk this evening, y'all, but he's got 5 CT5.
Welcome to Cinephobe Top 5, aka CT5. This is the companion show to the Top 10 in the World podcast when it comes to TV and film review. Cinephobe. Make sure you're checking out Cinephobe. That's the main show. That's where we're establishing all of these inside jokes, all of these rhythms, all of these references. Because that's what Cinephobe Top 5 is. CT5 isn't nothing else, just a massive reference to Cinephobe. We go inside the Cinephobe universe of movies that we've done in the past, and we rank things according to how much we like them. Like best villains, best Sean Assins, best Euro trips, dream Tony Medleys, and worst jobs, but this week. This week. We do something that we've mentioned multiple times. I don't know why you're laughing.
Well, because you fucked up, and then I looked up and saw Mayes' face, trying to realize he was trying to decide if he was going to say something.
Oh, this is new. Wow.
Oh, yeah, new feature. Yeah.
Feature.
Oh, yeah, because we got that on the mailbag, man.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, been using
This
that
is
on the
all I can
mailbag.
do.
Mm-hmm.
But can you switch it? Like if someone else fucks
Scroll.
up a little bit later?
I can
Absolutely.
write whatever I want.
Absolutely.
Scroll it down there.
Okay. All right. We'll keep that in mind for later. So this week, we do a category that we talked about a lot. We've mentioned it. I think we talked about it maybe in the last CT5. Certainly
Well,
recently.
I didn't want to do it until a certain movie came out.
Got it. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's what it was. That's what it was, to open up the lane, because this is CT5 worst parents in Cinephobe history. We've had a lot of horrible parents. You heard it in the cold open. A lot of them have happened in the last 100 years of Cinephobe. It's very backloaded. But today we're going to rank our CT5, our top 5 worst parents. We're going to do it with our top 5 and 2 OLIs, or outside looking ins. The order, as always, is Zach goes first, I go second, Mayes goes third. Zach, what is your first outside looking in?
Okay, well, I just wrote this in. This is breaking news in terms of my analog notes. We'll remind everybody, this notebook one day will be worth a lot of money. Maybe we'll auction it off. Maybe we'll, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do.
Before you say that, because you just reminded me about Taffer. Did you guys see Taffer reacting to the Final Destination trailer?
I did.
No.
I did.
Zach, you didn't see this?
No.
So there's a new Final Destination coming out. And in the trailer, like it's a backyard cookout, and they've got like a little wet bar in their backyard. And, you know, the gas is not quite plugged in, and there's all sorts of stuff. And the guy making the drinks at the wet bar, he's got a tub full of ice, and the glass accidentally breaks. And falls into the ice. And Taffer quote tweets it and says, "I'm going in."
Taffer, look, let's have a Final Destination.
He's got to be the guest.
Well, sure.
Final Destination
but also,
Bloodlines.
let's have a Final Destination where Taffer steps into every scene, saves them, and lets them know why this is a hazard.
It's like Aliens versus Predator, but it's Taffer versus Death.
Yeah.
But then at the end, after Taffer like shows them what's right and what's wrong and all that, and as he walks away, does he take one look back and smile at them?
Absolutely.
And he swing his little arms. Zach, what is your first outside looking in, or OLI?
First OLI, combined from one movie. Couldn't pick. Not the same set of parents, but I think you guys will allow me to do this. I think you'll be with me on this one. It's a couple of dads from a very early movie we did. One of them dies early on because he's a fucking drunk and he decided to drive. The other one allows his kid to have fighting parties at his house. It's Jake Tyler's dad and Ryan McCarthy's dad from Never Back Down. Two bad dads.
Is Ryan McCarthy's dad bad?
He's a creep.
He's a cool dad.
He
lets them drink.
High school kids in his bathing suit. They're in their bathing suits. He's leering at them.
I forgot about that.
Drinking with the kids.
I forgot about that. Okay, I forgot about him hanging out with the kids. Okay,
it's not just like, oh yeah, you kids like have fun. He's like with them.
Okay,
caveat. It's Florida.
That's true. It is Florida. Also,
which makes it normal there. Makes it even worse. Makes it worse everywhere else.
It makes him a bad person. Does it make him a bad dad specifically?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because Ryan McCarthy's kind of a shithead, right?
He raised him
in many people's eyes.
Got it. Okay. I see. All right.
He also raised him to be a winner, but, you know, that's a different
Also, petition to throw Baja's mom in there for naming her Baja?
You know what? Yeah, let me write that in. Hold on. And Baja's mom.
So all the parents.
Well, no, not the waitress.
Yeah.
Not his mom. Not Jake Tyler's mom.
Jake Tyler's mom is fine.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about her.
She's just trying to raise 2 kids. Puts one in a tennis academy. Puts the other one in, I don't know, fighting.
Not a lot of good parents never back down, but one good single mom.
Did we ever re-Watchington that one?
Yes.
No, we got
Absolutely. Are you kidding me?
Should do it again.
Fucking dental plan. We revisited that whole situation. Straighten that out once and for all.
Amin, your first OLI.
Okay, my first OLI also is a set of parents as opposed to one parent. Not a whole lot of build-up in this. One's an alcoholic. The other one is just the neighborhood slut. It's the parents from MVP. I'm surprised those kids had their heads on straight. Unemployed, alcoholic father, mother just having sex orgies constantly.
I don't know that she was having sex orgies.
She was so disappointed when she opened that door and it wasn't the gangbang. It's like, oh, what the fuck is this guy doing here?
I don't know if they have gangbangs in like northern Canada.
In Canada?
Northern Canada.
Too polite.
Rural Canada?
All they have is gangbangs.
That was A.
Oh. I was waiting for someone to go, oh.
Way too many good-looking girls in Sudbury.
Mayes, your first OLI.
My first OLI. Abandons his family. Disappears. Leaves his ex-wife. Were they even married? Not sure. Leaves his baby mama alone to raise their child.
Wait.
Doesn't show up until the very end of the movie. Only to grift his son. It's Roboito from The Waterboy.
Oh, wow.
Forgot all about him. I thought Zach was in the same place I was. Spoiler alert. We were in Salamanca, Spain.
I thought this was 100% what we were doing.
I knew you guys would take care of MVP. I knew you guys would take care of Forrest Whitaker. I don't have to do anything regarding that. So,
Zach, your next OLI.
Oh, man. While I love the movie and it tries to paint him as a hero, this guy is a dad that abandoned his son, only cared to write letters to the mom, asking what that mouth do. And his idea of being a good dad is let me bring you on the road as a 10-year-old and teach you how to arm wrestle Stallone over the top.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad you said that one because literally my next OLI, Zach, and we can spend time on your selection along with mine because I literally was juggling between, am I going to go with the Hawk from Over the Top or am I going to go with my other pick? And sheer luck, a mental coin toss, I went with my other pick. This dad is married to his job. So much so that it's not because he loves his job so much, but he just uses it as an excuse to not hang out with his family, even on Christmas, going across the world. It's Rocky and Rocky 4.
Yeah. Stallone's great at playing a bad dad.
Excellent.
Like, he will get the fuck out of there.
He's excellent at it.
Yeah.
Dude, I honest, but it was real life. I didn't switch it right now. I was like, Rocky 4 over top, Rocky 4 over top. And finally, I just said, man, I think I got to go Rocky 4. Not because I knew you would take Over the Top. I wasn't sure, but because I knew you wouldn't take Rocky 4.
I didn't even have it on my list.
I remember bringing up that point during that pod, and I was like, that was like my domain. That like,
it was just you.
He's so sick and tired of his family. This dude would go to Russia.
We go to rural
Christmas?
Russia. Yeah, on Christmas to fight a guy I just saw murder my best friend.
Murder my best friend.
Yeah. I will rather risk death.
Dog, you know how much you got to hate your life?
Yeah.
Well, Rocky did get his son a robot. That was pretty cool. But
that Paulie fucked to death.
Let me read you.
We got Paulie the robot.
The summary from Over the Top. All right.
Okay.
On the Wikipedia. Lincoln Hawk's estranged wife, Christina, who is suffering from heart disease, asked Hawk to pick up their young son from military school and develop a relationship with him. Parentheses, Hawk had left them 10 years earlier.
10 years earlier. So when that kid's 10 years old. So when she was pregnant, left, she, as her dying wish, is please develop a relationship with your son. It wasn't, I didn't know where he was. It wasn't any of that. Wrote letters. What that mouth do.
She's a saint. She's a saint of a woman.
She's a saint. She's
CT5 best parents.
Saints. Yeah.
Best parents. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And finally, for Lincoln Hawk, turns down 50 G's that he's offered to abandon his child, where he could have very easily taken that money, bet on himself, run away with his son, done all that. Turns it down. Turns down the money.
Yeah. He's not
By the way, he's gonna abandon that kid again. There's no way he can lean in. He's gonna get
his
antsy.
Arm's gonna fall off.
He's gonna get antsy, just like Ricky Bobby's dad. They're gonna be at an Applebee's one day, and he's I gotta get out of here.
The first time he comes across,
I wish Reese Bobby could be on this list.
The first time he comes across a hot piece of ass, he's right back. He's right back.
Yeah, come on,
the trucker. We're truckers, motherfucker. Mayes, you're next. OLI.
Not a lot of preamble for this one. Cinephobe legend, epic movie. Don't get to see a lot of him. Don't get to know a lot about him, but we do know. You want to get stupid? Ray
Cutting room floor
as Harold Parkett, the abusive dad from Lawnmower Man.
Cutting room floor. Yeah. I mean, he slaps the shit out of that
slaps
kid.
the shit out of
Even
that kid.
the Lawnmower Man.
I'll never forget
can
it.
tell things are bad at home.
Yeah, he did. He did stare at them like, oh damn. I'm a bingo, but at least I don't have it that bad.
He knew. Yeah, it was obvious. It was that obvious. Yeah. Man, he slaps the shit out. I would watch that clip again.
You want to get stupid?
All right, Zach, we're into the top 5. What do you got?
Number 5. Forever, they made it seem and tried to convince us this is a great dad. This is an amazing dad who will do anything. But we find out in the end that it isn't about saving a child. It's about being a hero. It's about being vengeful. It's about going after the guy who ends up banging out your ex-wife for years. So much so, you're such a bad dad that, you went and saved your child movie after movie after movie. But to save her another time, you're going to drive a car into a private jet? It's Brian Mills from Taken 3.
Yep.
That dude couldn't stop committing crimes, and he what? So many bad things could have happened. That's how you stop. He took out the wheel of a private jet with a car at full speed. Had her handling hand grenades in Taken 2. That's the best parenting he's done.
Can I offer you a devil's advocate, a counter argument?
Sure, I'll take it.
Got her that panda bear.
Who knows what kind of chemicals that's laced with? Try to get her to have an accidental abortion.
Question.
Yeah.
I know we can't do Taken, but in Taken, is he the best dad?
Yeah, I mean, he's pretty good. He's
this
up
is
there.
a dramatic fall from grace.
It's a complete 180.
Fall from Maggie
180.
To get to Taken 3. And where is he in Taken 2? Is he... You saying that because he taught her to throw the grenade?
He's in the middle, right? Like now she's got to save him. Yeah.
Not rock bottom.
We find out this is all about going after the stepdad.
Yeah. Who got supposed to be Wolverine?
Banging out Famke Janssen. Yeah. Amin, you're number 5.
My number 5. This might be the largest group of people that fits into one selection. Zach, you had a couple of parents here and there from what movie was that you picked?
Never Back Down.
Never Back Down, yeah. Mayes threw in another name in there. I gave you a set of parents from MVP, but this one is like a lot of parents. It's all the parents in the movie Accepted.
I just said
Zero-
Bart's parents. That's a great
No,
call.
all of them.
That's a great
all
call.
Of them. Zero due diligence
That
on
was-
where
that
your
was
child is
cutting
going to
room floor
college.
for me, but yeah, that is a great call.
All of them. Awful.
I
That's
did
an
think
amazing
about
call.
Bartleby's dad handing him that check, no questions asked.
But
Yeah.
they all did on some level. All of their parents did.
That's not how
Bartleby's
college
is-
works in any way.
Not at all.
I dropped out and didn't know that.
Dude, they didn't even like what they saw the college, the campus for the first time
The outside,
on like Parents' Day.
they just
Parents'
bye.
Day. Yep.
Peace.
Don't help you move in or nothing. The website didn't even like. Well, just some pictures and that's it. Some stock photos.
Yeah.
You fell for
That's
all
it.
that. Dumbasses.
All right. My number 5. Very impactful for Cinephobe sound effects. This dad tricked his son into believing that he had killed him,
Oh yeah.
faked his own death, and made his son live with the guilt of
It took you
killing
that
him.
long, Zach. It
But
took you that
that's
long.
Just the fucking hors d'oeuvre, because that was all part of his plan to set up a long con to fleece his twin brother, his son's uncle,
Yeah.
for banging the same broad or something. Still not sure. It's James Coburn as Mike Donen in Deadfall.
For some reason, I went to Jade in my mind. I'm like, wait, that's not. I knew we were on the bean train, but I couldn't. I was struggling because we just watched Jade. So
Maze, give me the sad pop.
That's a film
the
noir.
more I
pop.
hear it, it's kind of ass off.
The first one is like his dad got shot, right? That's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
And then the next
He
one is
shot
like when
his
he finds
dad.
it. Oh yeah, that's right.
With what he
Wow, that
thought
is-
was Blake's.
Dog, he's number
Right.
5 for you? Damn, that's
Yeah, man, it gets
Amen.
worse.
Amen. It's, yeah.
Gets a lot worse.
Zach, you're number 4.
Number 4. Look, I'm not sure the movie gave us a ton of evidence towards this. So this is me making a lot of assumptions. You guys want to push back? Go ahead. But this dude is a piece of shit. There is no way he is giving good life lessons, good direction. Anything his daughter does seems to be completely on her own. And not only that, he didn't even give her good genes. She got a glimpse into her future. It's Paul Blart.
Yeah. Cutting room floor.
That's a bad dad, man.
Cutting room floor.
I
You know
knew-
why? You know why I
knew
cut
it'd
him,
get taken
Zach?
care of.
Yeah.
You know why I cut him, Zach? Because I was like, other than the genes, I'm like, he's not a bad dad. Is he just?
a terrible person.
Okay. To
He's
her?
he's to everybody.
her.
He's so full of himself at all times. He only cares about himself. He's a narcissist. That's all he cares about.
Okay.
He sucks. He parents fatly.
He does. But sometimes it's a good thing.
So
He eats good.
a lot of people were posting on Twitter recently of this picture of Ja Morant sitting courtside at a game. And then they zoom in the crowd behind them. And they say, "Is that ? And it was a Bulamija in the crowd.
Is it her? Or
Oh
people
shit!
just
Was it
guessing?
actually her?
It was her. Yeah.
Oh shit! Grizzlies
And it
fan.
was celebrating her like Nickelodeon career or whatever it was. That's how people know her. But
They tagged me a million times and I'm like,
Yeah.
what the fuck am I looking at?
Amin
Like they would
doesn't
just
get it.
people. Yeah, people were just like, Amin, Zach. Like I'm like, what am I looking at?
look closer. Enhance.
I mean,
Enhance.
you're number 4.
Number 4, Zach.
Don't
You
say it
brought up
fatly.
Lincoln. You brought up Lincoln Hawk.
Mm-hmm.
Horny at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Ignoring his kid. Writing letters to the mom, trying to get ahead. There's another father in Cinephobe history who left his kid, ignored him, went around looking for pussy wherever he might find it on the road. He lied to his kid. He told him he's going to Japan. Really, he's just local. He's right here. He's up and down I-95. It's Macaulay's dad in The Good Son.
I left it. I knew you were going with that. I knew that was making your list. I was like, I'm going to lay out on that one.
I thought about for a second making his brother and the brother's wife into the worst parents because they raised a psychopathic child, right? A sociopathic child. But I realized, no, they didn't know any better. They were there. They were present. This dude just jettisons his kid just to go to bang broads.
Yeah. Just to go to St. Louis.
It's Elijah Wood's dad.
Yeah.
Elijah Wood's dad. Elijah Wood's dad. Sorry. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a great call.
Sex tour of Japan.
Not Japan.
Of the whole country.
Not Japan.
Not Japan. Like they call him at regular hours, right? Number one. Number two, it's like, Dad, I'm in trouble. The guy's there in like a couple hours.
Yeah. He ran through Sioux Falls. Yeah, that's what he was doing.
Your number 4.
My number 4, father of 8. Prolific father. Okay.
A lot.
Spreading that seed around.
Oof.
Tried to ruin all of his children's lives. Ruined some of their lives. 2 of them ended up dead. A couple of them, including one, not the one you'd expect, gone on to pretty good success late in life. But despite his father, okay? Because his father's been estranged from the family for 20 plus years. I'm talking, of course, about Kit Culkin.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Holy shit.
These kids, he had kids that died?
2 of the Culkins are dead.
Holy shit.
Macaulay obviously had some issues.
Yeah.
You might say. Kieran's overcome. All right. Rory's doing all right.
You think Kieran's okay?
I've heard him in some interviews. He's successful. He seems like a mess. Like a good mess.
Yeah.
Like he's in control. He's aware of it and everything. But that dude's got some issues.
He's not okay, man.
And Kit fucked up Richie Rich. Tried to fuck up The Good Son. Extorted every Hollywood executive in the early 90s after Home Alone. Legendary, terrifying dad.
God, I need to think of that. That's a great pick. That's a really great pick.
Nice curveball, Mace.
Yeah.
Curveball that Richie Rich would go yard with touchdowns, huh?
Yeah. The cook definitely couldn't track down. The chef couldn't track that down. While the maid shows her vagina in left field. New meaning to grass on the field.
Oh.
There was no.
Hey. Play ball.
Oh. All right. Number 3. I don't need a big preamble here. I cannot imagine a fucking world in the 80s in which you raise a child that thinks it's okay to buy a black man. The parents from the toy.
Cutting room floor.
Yeah. Insane.
Thought was going to be number Ulysses. 1. It's only Ulysses.
To be clear, he tried to talk about it.
I think the stepmom's in there too.
They tried to talk about it, but then the kid insisted.
Not that. Look, you can fucking tell a kid no.
Zach,
you can tell a kid no.
Zach, you're not a father. You don't know how hard it is sometimes.
How hard it is to stop slavery?
To deny your children.
We're not talking about like, oh, eat your mac and cheese for dinner. Saying, don't buy this black man from the department store.
Well, he only has masturbates for a week or the summer, right?
Oh. Well, yeah. If you're only doing slavery for a week, it's
no.
Fine.
I just mean I'm trying to remember.
Oh, right.
Masturbates lives with his mom.
Master Dick.
Masturbates. And so this is his way of doing summer camp is, I'll buy Richard Pryor and that'll work. And then my son will love me.
Fucking wild. Yeah. I do think the stepmom should be involved in that too. She gets like 10% of the blame. Cause she's just trying to fuck the whole time. She's not trying to be a role model.
I don't blame her.
Misguided, but
yeah.
Good intentions for his son? Maybe. Don't quote me on that.
Amin, number 3.
Number 3. All right. This, I struggle with a lot of these. Like, is this the father's fault? Is this the parent's fault? Is this person a bad parent? Or are they merely a product of their environment, right? If you are, like, because on the one hand, like on the bad side, I'm like, you're teaching your kid all the wrong things, all the wrong lessons, kind of like Brian Mills, right? On the other hand, that happens when you are a young parent, right? You're just trying to figure out life yourself. And the younger you are as a parent, the harder this thing is. I can't imagine how hard it is to be a parent who's younger than your actual child. It's the dad from Don't Be a Menace. He tells his kid not to have protected sex. He tells him to get drunk and cut the lights off and let go of the steering wheel on the freeway.
Yep.
It's tough, man. It's tough work.
I didn't even think of that. Fuck, that's a good pick.
He's a terrible dad.
I completely forgot. Like, yeah, he's a bad dad.
But it's his environment.
He's a child.
He's a child. Yeah. What do you expect?
That's a great pick.
All right, my number 3. Didn't remember much about this dad, so I had to dig in and do a little research here. And man, as I kept finding out more and more things or remembering more and more things, he climbed further and further up this list. Mentally unstable, blows up a desert base.
Oh, yeah.
Accidentally kills his wife. Why? Because he's trying to kill his son and his wife gets in the way. Goes to jail. Comes back later. Oh, hey, by the way, I'm alive and I'm your dad. Can I steal your DNA and give it to these dogs? And then also hook myself up to a supercharger? It's Nick Nolte as David Banner from the Hulk.
David Banner.
What
a bad dad.
Unbelievable run of destruction from him.
Cutting room floor, him and Thunderbolt Ross. Both of them. I had both of them.
Yeah, he blows Thunderbolt Ross out of the water, but yes, that's also a strange dad. And they're in it together. They have a history.
Yeah. Yes, they are. Yes, they do. Zach, you're number 2.
I'll just say it, and then we can dig in more. Amin, you said them earlier. It's the parents from MVP. Okay, now let's dig in because you did not do them justice. All right, their 11-year-old son supports them. This father is borderline homeless / unhoused. Yeah. Definitely doesn't have a job. Barely lives in the cabin that this child had to move them into through, I don't know, the 4th level of minor league hockey. Like, they barely can afford that place. The mother, I don't think, is a hooker in the way that you're saying. She is coked and Xanaxed out of her fucking gourd. They do not take care of their deaf child in the slightest. At all. So you're telling me you're just going to let, like, they didn't have a choice but to move up to Canada because where else were they going to go? They don't have a home. Their child has to provide a home for them. That kid is not going to grow up normal. And then, as much as I love and trust Jack, the MVP, the most valuable primate, you should not let your children play with a strange chimpanzee. We see stories that go wrong all the time. Watch Chimp Crazy. Like, come on. God. Come on.
Absolutely.
What are you doing?
Well, Zach, because you took that as your number 2, Mayes, I'd like to do some revisionist history. Drop MVP off of my OLI. Replace it with the waitress from Ed.
Thought about it.
Because you
thought about it.
Went out on a date.
But Ed's a hero.
You went out on a date with this ball player, and you decided to trust a chimpanzee to watch your child.
It's a weird babysitting decision for sure.
But it's crazy.
Trustworthy. He's a brother.
And well, is he?
To me, it's everybody.
Okay. Zach, like the other part that really fucked me up when I thought about this.
Am I right, brother?
Yeah, there you go. The other part that really fucked me up, Zach, was I was thinking about you saying I would trust Ed. And the combination of that and then Ed being in that situation, I was like, that's bad news, man. Get him the fuck up out of here.
The Westovers, the parents took 3 days, 4 days to learn that there was a chimpanzee in their house.
How?
They were
how? Because the dad
abuse,
because the dad is so unhoused, he couldn't smell a chimp over his own stench.
He's drunk, man.
That's how.
It's a drunken stupor.
They're home all day, not working. How'd they not notice?
Exactly. The chimp's just walking through, trying your clothes on, wearing your eyeglasses.
My number two. I'm not going to do any look because any detail I give about this parent is immediately going to give it away. It's Gil Renard from The Fan.
Double down, baby.
Wow.
Double down. My number two as well.
Wow.
Gil
Cutting room
Renard
floor for me.
I can't believe he's the cutting room floor.
I knew you guys were going to have him higher than I did, so I just
my God.
took him off. Yeah.
We did the rewatches not too long ago. It's a tour de force of awful parenting. He's not a good
dad. Yeah.
He's awful. He's awful. And I said on the episode and I said on the rewatching, and I stand by this, the mom is definitely a broad mom. Having said that, Gil does himself no favors.
I think you can tell why she is.
Sure.
What's
worse, Maze? What's worse, when he left his kid to go drive across the bridge for a business meeting that turned out the guy canceled because he's going to the same game that he was at, or when he got home and then he just harassed the fuck out of his kid in the room with the door locked.
I mean,
it's leaving your child.
It's leaving the kid.
Leaving your child is scary, but like it all's well ends well. Like having your father like being a crazed lunatic in front of you.
Sure, but at least the other parents are on the other side of the door, right?
He's violent a lot in that movie.
A lot.
He's violent towards the mom. He's violent towards the son.
To be fair to
the
Gil,
Little League game.
He works in a violent environment because a selling tactic is stab this car door. So I mean, you are a product of your environment. A little bit.
The way he talks about Jason Pellegrini's dad.
Oh, Jason Pellegrini's dad is.
He told his dad. He told his kid, hold on. Jason Pellegrini's dad is not great. Well,
if you go off reputation, Jason Pellegrini's dad should be on this list.
Reputation from Gil.
But also
from the number two worst parent.
At the same time, even if we take it to be gospel, you don't say that to your kid, man. He says his kid's like 7. He's like, Jason Pellegrini's dad takes it up the ass. I'm like,
I really tried to devil's advocate this thing and like, is there any part of Gil that actually cares about his son?
No.
The baseball thing is only a selfish thing about him liking baseball.
Yeah. And
I don't even know if his son wants to play baseball or go to baseball games.
Relive the glory days of when Gil was 10.
Him and what's his boy's name?
Him and Gordon Bombay are peaked at the same time.
Jesus.
Different
That's on
sports.
my cutting room floor. My cutting room floor, all the parents in Mighty Ducks.
Well, it's funny you mentioned that, Amin, because when you started saying all the parents, I thought you were going with my number one, which is all the parents in the Twin City that allow their children into the diddling factory of Jan, the diddling hockey coach.
I can honestly say I didn't see that one coming.
Wow.
That is number one on my list.
Oh, shit, man.
All the parents. All of them in the Twin Cities.
The Twin Cities.
St. Paul and Minneapolis. You let them play hockey in that diddling factory, you're on the list.
Zach, I'll give you a couple more. Fucking the kid from Texas, the kid from Miami, the kid from Bangor, Maine.
Bring them all in.
He's running a national syndicate now.
Absolutely. Now we got a RICO case.
Now we got
a RICO diddling case.
Rico Dread.
Oh, shit. Law.
I mean, you're number one.
My number one. Okay, so there's no way, much like my last pick, I'm just going to come out and say it. There's no way in hell you can tell me that Art from Fallen could be a good dad.
Cutting room floor.
There's no way.
Cutting room floor.
There's no way, right? There's
Cutting room floor.
absolutely no way.
No.
So my number one was Art from Fallen because there's just no way you could convince me that this dude has the skills to raise a child, right?
He's such a bad dad. He has to live with his brother.
Exactly, right? Like, and shout out to Denzel because that kid looks like he's got his head screwed on like trite, right? Now, I said it. I said put Art from Fallen number one. And then I thought about it. Art is a dad. So he didn't carry the kid for 9 months. That means there was some woman
hold on,
who was like, maybe it's the neighbor from fucking Lawnmower Man that said, hey, Art, gave it up to Art, unprotected, raw dog. That woman is the worst parent in Cinephobe history. Art's baby mom. Give me the sound.
Not Art?
Not Art, his baby mom. Because as
we don't know what happened there though. We don't know what happened there.
You think? What do you think?
I don't know.
Two of them can't make
baby mama who gave it up to Art Raw Dog.
Yes, that's what it says. Zach, I'm gonna tell you right now.
Two of those
can't make a kid like that. Two of those can't make it.
You don't know that.
Maybe. Two? There's no way.
What does
Guaranteed.
math say? What does math say?
Math says 100%. There's no coin toss. They're both coming up heads.
And then the goddamn Bucks got Lou Alcindor.
Yeah.
So you're blaming Gertie's parents?
Well, no. Gertie was all right, and then something happened to him.
I don't think that's true.
How else was he in the armed forces? He was a hero. Remember, thank you for your service for Gertie? Gertie was in the military. Gertie was in the military.
They'll
take anyone. They didn't take Art. They didn't take Art.
He didn't know he could.
That's my point exactly. And someone said that's who I'm going to have unprotected sex with.
Man.
She's a horrible person.
Maybe
horrible.
She might have died in birth. Like, you don't know what happened.
No. She didn't die in birth. She killed herself. She realized, oh my God, what have I done?
Now you're taking liberties.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. What was my man? Ridley Scott's brother? Tony Scott. She did Tony Scott. Went to a bridge.
She gave birth and then jumped off the Golden Gate Bridge.
She looked at the child like, oh my God, what did I do? And then, can't live. I got to raise this child by myself with Art?
May's number one.
Okay. Gil Renard, David Banner. Mentally ill. Commit crimes. But they had to be taken away from their children. David Banner goes to jail. Gil Renard, his wife divorced him and tries to get rid of him, but has to give him custody.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking about a dad who said, I don't want you, kid. I'm going to court to sign a document to get rid of you. It's Dermot Mulroney as Roger's dad from Angels in the Outfield.
It's why we waited.
It's why we waited to do this one. You guys clearing the lane. This motherfucker not only ashed a cigarette on his jeans, which is despicable behavior.
It's incredible
for
behavior.
Any human being.
CT5
he
badass.
Showed up to his son's foster home to mumble some bullshit about why he's leaving and said, you got that right. Ripped off on his chopper.
Can I testify on behalf of this man?
Okay.
Clearly, not a good environment for the kid. He knew better environment, this foster home. End up with the dude that the manager of the Angels. Everything worked out.
He didn't know that. He didn't know that.
Imagine if he had stayed.
For sure, but also like I'm not saying it's 100% bad. There are plenty of great cases, but the California foster home is not amazing. It's not bad in 750.
So you saw how she was doing?
You shit on her left and right, say she was just getting checks.
CT5 worst foster parent.
I mean, we have no idea what the environment is. We've talked about dads who take their kids on the road while they truck and arm wrestle. Okay. But all these dads,
damned if you do it, damned if you don't.
took the responsibility of having a child.
That's a good point too.
So if he takes the kid with him, everyone's like, "What are you doing, man?"
Yeah, you're a terrible dad. What are you doing?
On the list. He would have been number one with a fucking bullet.
And then he lied. He was like, well, the angels. And this kid gets a fucking miracle to happen. A literal miracle. Angels to come affect baseball games. It happens. He's like, nah, bitch, I'm not doing this.
Doesn't even know.
He is. Earlier, you wondered. You were like, "Oh, I wish Ricky Bobby's dad could qualify for this." Mm-hmm. You got Ricky Bobby's dad.
True. We got him. Just
you
less
could be
funny.
second. You could be third. You could be fourth.
I was high when I said that.
Mayes, recap the top fives for us.
Zach, number 5, Brian Mills from Taken 3. Number 4, Paul Blart from Paul Blart Mall Cop 2. Number 3, Ulysses S. Bates and the stepmom from The Toy. Number 2, The Westovers from MVP Most Valuable Primate. And number 1, all the parents in the Twin Cities in D2 The Mighty Ducks. Amin's number 5, all the parents in Accepted who sends their kids to South Harmon Institute of Technology. Jack, Elijah Wood's father from The Good Son. Ashtray's father from Don't Be a Menace. Gil Renard from The Fan. And Art's baby mama who gave it up to Art Raw Dog from Fallen. My number 5, James Coburn as Mike Donen from Deadfall. Kit Culkin. David Banner from The Hulk. Gil Renard from The Fan, and Roger's dad from Angels in the Outfield.
Mayes, is it possible to do polls for CT5s?
Sure.
Just see who had the best top 5. We
Yeah.
should start doing that. I think that would be kind of funny too.
Cutting room floor. I threw it out there for Nick Cage and knowing just because he might have sent his children off to a diddling planet. We don't know. We don't know what those aliens were very aggressive
Wasn't the
in
world
trying to get
ending?
these kids.
They were handsy.
Mm-hmm. Well,
They were
yes,
handsy.
but also like
I'd rather my kids die than get diddled.
I thought about Nick Cage from Left Behind.
also.
Yeah, I guess this is one of those ones where everyone was worried that someone else would pick it, so he ends up not on the list. Forrest Whitaker.
Yeah,
Salamanca, Spain.
I thought
That's
for
crazy.
sure.
Now
Yeah.
that you guys are going to move him up?
But even regarding that, I feel good about my list.
Yeah, I feel good too. Because the Florida really has to be there for Never Back Down. That it just enhances for me.
Forrest Whitaker's not a worse dad than Paul Blart?
Dude, narcissist. At least Forrest answers the phone.
And Forrest proves that he could be a good dad with the other woman's child, right?
He sure does.
He could be a great stepdad.
Spends the entire time stalking her and saving her life. You're right.
Well, not the entire time, just 12 minutes.
The McAllisters. Home Alone
Yeah.
2.
Yeah,
That's there.
cutting room
Yeah.
floor.
Double dipped on forgetting their son.
This one was really difficult to keep off. The mom in Swordfish, who leaves her child with the Corn King of Southern California.
Oh, yeah.
Is it Drea de Matteo?
Yes. She's barely in the movie, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
We see like a shot of her, right? Yeah. But like you just leave your child around that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not good.
You move your kid into that situation. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Another one that I thought for sure would be on someone's list because we talked about it is, I believe, the inspiration for why we're doing this CT5. Richie Rich's parents. For
They
for
weren't that
leaving him
bad
with-
to me, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't
They
think they're
left
bad
the-
enough.
You just entrusted him to this clear diddling butler?
Well, I also spent a lot of the movie trying to not see diddling. I was like, okay, this can't be a diddling movie too. And then it became so overt that I was like, all right. So to me, just half the movie is.
No, that was Angels in the Outfield where you decided you weren't going to talk
Oh,
about
maybe that's
diddling.
right. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. No, Richie
that's
Rich
a
was
diddle-
from
that's
the
a diddle
opening
mansion.
scene.
Yeah.
From
Oh, that's right.
Intro,
Oh, he was-
the
yeah.
intro narration, we're like, what's up with this dude? Everyone,
Yeah.
all of us, our ears
sure.
perked up.
Yeah, you're right.
I mean, I thought when you were just saying that it was like one of the inspirations, I thought for sure somebody would have Gino Folino on the list.
Maze, I have Seagal in any movie.
Seagal in any movie. Hold on.
He doesn't always have kids. He's not always a parent. But when he does,
hold on, let me play
he's the
devil's
most
advocate
interesting
here.
dad in the world.
He's present for his child. He wants to play baseball with him. Now, he said, like, you don't have to do your homework.
Nah.
Well, all right. But he's at least, he's active. He's active. All right. And then he had to go to work. So he said, well, that's not his fault. So then.
What about the one that
wait. And then he gets my puppy. Teach them responsibility.
Okay.
Now, that puppy's covered in piss and shit, but that's he got him a puppy.
All right, Zach, what about the one who sits in his room listening to Seagal plow his mom every single night? What about that kid? With the red light on.
Hard to kill.
Tough, yeah. But he became a track star. By learning how to run away from that.
And also being raised by someone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had Gino Folino as a worse dad than Hard to Kill, but
turned into it's a drop for us. The parents who turn a kid into a who's that man?
Oh,
that's not good parenting.
Yeah, so that one is confusing because you're saying
you thought they were dead.
The stepdad is the worst parent.
Yeah. Because Banderas didn't know they were alive. Remember, he thought they died.
Right, but isn't the mom bad?
The mom,
not
The
bad.
mom.
She's been essentially
kidnapped and held
hostage by the bad guy.
Oh, that's right. You're right. Yeah.
She does go to an aquarium when she finds out that her son is missing. That's a questionable choice, but I don't know if that's bad parenting.
Let's see. I have here. There it is. Yeah, I have Jerry Stiller in The Heartbreak Kid.
Great dad.
He's obsessed with pushing.
I don't know, man. He's trying to get his son out there.
But
is he wrong?
He's not wrong, but the way he does it is not. Not.
Sometimes you got to shock the system. The dude's
What's
uptight.
his obsession? Tariq's dad surviving the game. Not a good dad.
Bad dad for sure.
Bad dad for sure. Oh yeah. That's what's his name?
F Marry Kill.
F Marry Kill. Yeah. Here's one. Okay, go ahead.
Nomi Malone's parents couldn't have been good.
Now you're making assumptions.
I'm sorry, Art's baby mama.
No,
that's your number one.
No, because that's guaranteed. Guaranteed she had sex with Mark.
Did you see Nomi?
Look, there's any number of things that might have developed in her life that pushed her to that. Her parents might have died when she was a baby. What I do know for a fact is that
great point. You know what else? Cutting room floor. The Waynes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Bruce's parents.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Thought about it.
I had that too. Here's one that I think we can all get behind. All the parents from Madam Werb.
Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot about that, but you're right.
Well,
don't give a shit about your kid.
The girl whose parents are dead.
Oh, well, okay.
Don't die.
Right? And then she's like pretending that they're not
so
that she can
right.
pay rent. The neighbor.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ben Parker.
Is he a bad dad?
Well, Ben Parker's brother. Ben Parker's brother. How about that?
Ben Parker's brother, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Unseen.
Yeah. I thought one of you would have this for sure. Mm-hmm. The parents from Troll 2.
Had it on my. It was my OLI, and then it got knocked off.
Okay.
I don't think the dad is necessarily a bad dad. I'd say it's the mom more than the dad.
The mom is awful.
The mom is bad. Awful. Just the shirts alone.
He's a dentist.
What? That doesn't explain the shirts.
He's a dentist.
This is one that I thought we all would have. JCVD and sudden death.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yes.
He tells his kids, yo, he's just wait here. He's another
and you don't move.
Yeah. And remember how the kids reacted? Like there's a bomb in the building, everyone's running, the kids don't move. Why?
No. They're terrified of their father.
He's been beating their ass. Roundhouse kicks.
Thought about him. One, Gil Bernard put him completely to shame on leaving your kid at a sporting event.
Of course.
Two, he diffuses all the bombs and saves them.
Mays, he left his kids. And we also know by his relationship with his broad ex-wife that he's a very unreliable dad too,
That's
right?
Fair. I think the heart is there for him as opposed to Gil Bernard. That's, I guess, the good intention goes a long way in parenting in these movies.
So that's why the Angels in the Outfield dad doesn't get...
No good intentions.
Here's a bad dad. Travolta. Look who's talking too. What a shithead.
I thought about it.
Man, he's a cab driver. What do you want him to do?
Be a good dad.
Yeah.
He's trying. Kirstie Alley's not.
He wasn't really
collaborating.
though. He wasn't really though.
Adam Sandler, that's my boy.
Yeah. Thought of it. Hated the movie. Didn't want to talk about it.
We talk about the Sandler movies so little.
Yeah. They're not enjoyable.
Because they're terrible. Oh, I got a couple here. These are good ones. The Queen from Conan the Destroyer. Remember?
Yeah.
Is she a parent?
She had yes, Olivia Diabo's her daughter, the princess, and she just like lets her hang out with the perhaps diddling crew. And then here's go ahead.
I know I'm going to get pushback from Amin on this, but you did lose your baby in a river. It's Whoopi and Paul Mooney.
No, come on, man.
You lose your baby in a river.
Look, man, there was a lot. They were so traumatized they wouldn't even drink water after that, man. Come on.
You can't lose your baby in a river. You couldn't go get your
They
baby?
looked for him. They spent 21 years looking for him.
It was because of a wine pouch.
Who among us? This is the last
Larry the
one.
Cable
I
Guy.
have.
Jingle All the Way too.
Great dad. What are you talking about?
Oh, my God.
Our mate.
Got snow in a fucking truck for his kid.
Oh, my God.
That's
I didn't
love.
Think of that one.
You didn't think of it because shouldn't have been thought of. That's why. George Siegel's wife in Carbon Copy.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think of that. That's a good one.
It's an awful human being.
He's terrible.
Zeus, Hercules in New York.
Yeah, Zeus was not good, man.
You guys
Bad
are picking
track
on
record,
some people.
guys.
Some people trying, man. So these guys are. You talk about putting in the effort. Zeus puts in the effort. What are you talking about?
Sometimes.
Louis Pinnock. Bad dad.
Ooh.
Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold on, man. Hold on, Lionel.
Unbelievable, man.
Yeah. Louis Pinnock is a bad dad?
Cutting room floor. He didn't make the list, but man, he doesn't ask how his family's doing at all.
He's got other things on his mind.
He's horny.
Well, he's got other things on his mind.
He is a dickhead when trying to get his kid a toy. Makes the kid feel bad about it.
Kid's ungrateful.
Kid wasn't ungrateful.
Yes, he was.
How'd he get that way? Bad lessons.
You know what? It's from the mom. Louis Pinnock working hard every day. He's a fucking delivery boy. Come home.
Put them both together then. That's fine. Both the Pinnocks.
Oh, cutting room floor. The parents from Soul Man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a bad one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think they had a kid. I wrote them down.
Was it Leslie Nielsen who was the dad?
Yeah. Yeah.
He was the
of the love interest.
Of the girl.
Yeah. Jan from The Office's dad.
Yes. I think they had a kid in this. I wrote them down. I'm willing to cross them off my analog notes. Don't Al Pacino and Rene Russo have a child in Two for the Money?
I don't think so.
I thought there's a kid in that apartment.
I don't think you can have a kid if you're up all night gambling.
If you're gambling again? I think that's how so many of those situations happen.
Fucking bookie office out of your home.
He did quit, if you remember. He quit
but then he was
gambling.
gambling again.
Well, but that's after the kid was born.
Yeah.
If there is a kid. Actually, I don't know.
Elvis, 3,000 Miles to Graceland.
Which one?
The one who fathered Kurt Russell and the other one. Who's the other person in that?
What about the waitress, Legion?
I thought about that.
God?
I thought about Jeep.
Legion.
I thought about Jeep. Yeah.
God, yes. Yes.
What about the dad of the, what's their name, sisters from White Chicks?
The Hiltons.
Yeah. Remember, he was doing the scam and they ran out of money and all that shit.
Jamie Foxx, law-abiding citizen.
Oh, that's a good call, dude. I saw Law Abiding Citizen and I was like, I think Gerard Butler's a good dad, man.
Sure,
even though he lets strangers in his house at like 9 at night, despite you not expecting anyone. But I think look, the lengths he went afterward, that's a good dad. Then I forgot about Jamie being a dad too. Dad was like the kid's
he was a bad dad.
The kid is absolutely mortified from seeing the video. And he's asking questions like, did you see it? Did you make out anyone's face? Like, what are you doing, man?
That's all I got because you covered the parents and accepted with all the parents.
Clive Warren in Gemini Man, does he count as a dad?
Clive Owen does.
Clive Warren.
They call him dad, right? So yeah.
Oh, I had him written down. Yeah, I forgot to mention him. Yeah.
Let's see what else we got here. I'm just doing a Gotti.
No, he was a good dad.
But he's all about family, so.
Yeah, he's all about family.
That's
plus
his kids, though.
He had Squint Spaghetti hanging out, like teaching good life lessons.
Doesn't turn out too bad.
Right.
And Seth MacFarlane's parents in A Million Ways to Die in the West.
Mm-hmm.
Specifically his dad.
Yeah. Make sure you send us your CT5 lists at Talk Hoops, at Darth Amin, at Corn Puzzle, at Cinephobe Pod, at Count the Dings, or drop it in that Discord by being a Patreon member, patreon.com/countthedings.
Or we're going to have a poll now, apparently. Maybe.
On Spotify.
Fingers crossed. There's a poll on Spotify, so go on to Spotify and vote in the poll. Who had the best?
Classic Amin fashion. That's not an or. That should be an and. Because I'm asking for your lists.
No, but vote in the poll.
Give us your and vote for the poll.
One last one for the road.
I'm giving them options.
One last one for the road.
I'm sorry. You don't want the listeners to have options?
You're even nobodying this.
Jean-Claude Van Damme's brother in Lionheart goes to the worst drug deal ever, abandons his family, and gets killed.
And then she blames Jean-Claude Van Damme for it.
Yep.
Oh, wait. That's the movie about prison?
Oh, Daddy.
Next time we make love, you introduce me to Jade.